Tiki room.
I am your desire. I am your.
How are you doing?
Still doing.
Well, welcome to BossaNova Life, fine sir. And what is your name?
What is my name? Oh, I'd be Butch Patrick, better known as Eddie Munster from the classic TV show, The Munsters.
Actual Eddie Munster himself.
That's right.
Right here.
With the receding hairline. My widow's peak is gone.
I know.
Oh, hey, you're not doing bad.
That's all right.
I have hair.
That's right. And this ride is magnificent.
This is my Munster coach.
So tell us
probably the most famous TV car. Maybe the Batmobile would give it a run for its money, but the Munster coach was on a little before the Batmobile. So
did you make this yourself, or is this the original Munster coach?
Neither. It's not the original, and I didn't make it myself. This was made by a gentleman in, where was he out of? He was out of Richmond, Virginia. I bought it 4 years ago. We toured together. Okay. He was hired by a haunted attraction, and we became friends.
But what better person to own it?
That's right. And I wound up grabbing it, and the original is in a museum in Miami, so it was unattainable.
The classic unobtainium.
Unattainable. Well, you know what, though? This is pretty fantastic, and it's fitting that it ended up with you.
And if you walk back out here just a little bit, you see the other bookend of the Munster's two cars is the Dragula.
Indeed.
Which was built for a Hot Rod Herman episode that we lost the coach. Grandpa then built this car to win it back.
Mm-hmm.
And it then was in Munster Go Home in the Shroudshire Derby when Herman Munster drove it to victory.
So what is this built on?
It's got a Jag suspension and a Chevy drivetrain.
Chevy drivetrain, okay.
454.
454?
400 horse.
Jeez.
That's a Chevy as well, 400 horse, 400 cubic inches. But it doesn't weigh anything, so it's a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, it was lovely meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Duchess?
Rev it up, baby! There we are. Well, welcome to BossaNova Life. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. And what have we got here?
A 55 Chrysler New Yorker.
A 55 Chrysler New Yorker.
Yeah.
And what is your name?
Jaden Alleman.
Jaden. Well, Jaden, how long have you had this?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. And did you get it in this condition?
The roof not painted, but mostly the same year.
Mostly the same year. And have you done any work on it yourself?
Took out the transmission with my dad.
Okay.
Took out the rear end with my dad.
Nice.
Got those rebuilt. Took out the generator, the starter.
I like the fact that you know it's a generator, not an alternator.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
When the engine got taken out, I sanded the frame with a DA sander and a wire wheel.
Nice.
And then my dad painted that, and my dad painted the roof, and I cut and buffed it.
Cool.
And when all the interior was out, I ground down the whole entire floor and sanded it and used a wire wheel with it.
So how rusted was the floor?
Not very bad.
Not bad. That's good. That's good. So where did you guys get this?
From a guy near Tacoma.
Tacoma. Okay. So not too far away. Like, yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
All right. So is this something you've been wanting for a while?
Yeah. I've been searching for a car, and I found this one, and I begged my dad to get it.
Well, I like it. It's good to see younger people in the scene.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. I missed it. Shit. How you doing today, my friend?
Good.
And what is your name?
Brian.
Brian?
Yep.
And tell us about your ride here, Brian.
It's a 49 Plymouth. I got it about 20 years ago. Been fixing it for years and years, and been taking it to car shows for years and years. But, yeah.
Taking it to car shows for years and years and fixing it for years and years.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So got to have one.
All right. So we found a true BossaNova Life fan here who knows what Duke likes.
Oh, yeah.
The cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
How are you doing on this rainy day?
We're not doing bad.
What's
better.
And what's your name?
My name's Dave.
Dave. And what do we got here, Dave?
We got a 1950 Studebaker Champion
Yeah.
that was used to be a four-door, and I sort of whacked it down to make a Super Coupe out of it.
It's not quite your regular gasser. It looks like you've done something different to it.
It's not really a gasser. I just call it my deluxe ret rod.
And what inspired you to do the P50 artwork there?
Well, I don't know. It just sort of fit in, just sort of fell in place when I started building the car, and sort of grew on that and went from there. And,
Did you do it all yourself?
pretty much. I had my daughter do the pinup gal.
Oh, wow.
On the door.
Nice.
And, pretty much all the other stuff we sort of did at home.
So I suspect you get a lot of attention with it.
Well, quite a bit, yeah, actually.
That's the main thing, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you.
Hey, thank you. You have a good day, too.
Taking the picture of the photographer. It's great.
I can hold it if you still need me to hold it. Depends on what pose I'm doing. Oh, okay. If I go down low, then it's hard. Yeah. If I'm used to the hip pose.
There we go.
How's it going?
Doing delightful. And this is the famous truck. What's its name? It has to have one.
Truck, Blue Moon.
The Blue Moon. And,
People call it Blue Moon 53. So, yeah.
and we have George here, the amazing husband of Dixie Rebel.
So
And
they say.
there we go. Tell us a little bit about this ride, brother.
My truck's 53 GMC. I chopped it.
So you did the
airbagged it.
work?
Oh yeah, I did all the paint on it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I do is paint. So that's the kind of stuff I do. All the 60s style stuff. Yeah.
Pretty
Always
impressive.
working. Yeah.
And how many times have you been to Viva? We talked about this yesterday.
I would say probably 8, 9 times.
8, 9 times.
Half of them I don't remember. So, yeah.
And how many car shows has this ride been in?
Man, I can't even count how many car shows this did. Sometimes 2 a day, sometimes.
Sometimes 2 a day.
Yeah, I don't know. It goes to a lot. Drive it every day too, so it's always everywhere.
It's a sweet ride, friend.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Good to see you.
Hi, where are you guys from?
We're from Southern California, but just relocated up to Camas last year.
Up to Camas, Washington?
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. And what do you guys got here?
I got a 51 Mercury.
A 51 Mercury?
My dad and I went hammers on it 10 years ago, and he finally gave it to me last year.
Awesome. And you guys enjoying yourselves?
Yeah, having a great time.
There we go. That's
All right.
Well, welcome to BossaNova Life. Fine, sir. How are you today?
I'm well, how are you?
And what have we got here?
We have a 1961 Chevy Corvair Rampside.
Corvair Rampside. I haven't seen one of these in years,
We
man.
made less than 20,000 of them.
Wow.
I bought this one in Washington State and had it sent all the way here.
You
to
came from our home
There you go.
corner of the
Came from
world. I
the
like
Midwest.
that.
Yep.
So are you here in Tennessee?
I am. I'm from here. Nashville,
Nice.
Tennessee.
So what'd you have to do to it?
I had to work with the carbs a little bit, but pretty much I got it when I bought it. It was running and it was good, so didn't do much. Kind of tuned it a little bit. Had the carbs rebuilt.
And I see that you've got the original drivetrain in this thing.
Yep.
Which is
It's actually a newer car engine, so it's not the original Rampside 90 horsepower engine. It's the 110 horsepower.
ooh, 110. That's 20 more horses, buddy.
Yeah, helps me on the interstate keep up with the fast.
That's right, man. So how well does it do? You actually load things with it, haul them around?
No, haven't. Yeah, well, I hauled this tent here. That's the only thing I've hauled with it, but that's pretty much it. It's mostly just for cruising around it.
Well, I love it, man. You just don't see too many of these around at all.
No.
And the last one I saw, I think someone stuck a 350 in the bed or something like that. Yeah.
Try to keep
So
it a little original.
yeah, keep it OG, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
It tore me up every time I heard her blow. I hope the day was back there free. My apologies.
There we go. How are you doing today, man?
Doing good.
And what's your name?
I'm Jason Milsom.
And where are you from, Jason?
Granite Falls, Washington.
Granite Falls, Washington. How far away is that?
Oh, 250 miles.
Did you drive the Messerschmitt all the way?
Oh yeah. No. we towed it, but we did drive it on an 80-mile tour yesterday.
Okay, nice.
And it was probably 85 degrees out.
So tell us a little bit about this. I've seen them a couple times, but I've never actually got to interview anybody.
Well, this one's a 1955. They made these, I think, starting around 52 up until 64, I think is the last year. So
and is it the same company that made the fighters during World War II?
It is indeed. So when the war ended, Messerschmitt and the other German aircraft manufacturers weren't allowed to build aircraft for 10 years. So in order to stay in business, they all built other things. Messerschmitt didn't design this. It was designed by Fritz Fend, who was an aircraft engineer that had worked for Willy Messerschmitt. He approached him. They decided to build it together.
Yeah.
Originally, they started off as cars for invalids, war veterans.
Oh, wow.
They caught on as cheap, easy transport. And the story goes from there. So they did actually sell them in America for just a couple of years.
Okay.
And this was one that was sold for America. I think they were $999 or $950. They were close to $1,000, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
In the mid 50s compared to, I think your average American car might have been $1,600.
Yeah, and a little bit bigger.
A lot bigger. So they were more of a novelty here in America, but in Europe, this was transportation. It's, for countries that didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of resources after the war.
Yeah.
This was serious transportation, and I've wanted one of these my whole life because of the aircraft connection, the Battle of Britain history, Messerschmitt. And I'd never even saw one until I was 13, but I knew about them when I was younger. And I've had this one for 20 years.
20 years.
That is a sick ride, brother. Thanks, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, welcome to BossaNova Life, fine sir.
Thanks, good to be here.
And what is your name?
Steve Greenberg.
Steve, and what do we got here, man?
We have a 1942 M3A1 Stuart light tank. What we had early on in the war, and actually before the war started, because they started making them in 1940. And as the war went on, of course, we made larger tanks like Shermans and other assorted tanks for actually main combat tanks. Or this is more a reconnaissance tank.
So where did you get this?
I bought this from a friend of mine about 14, 15 years ago from Pennsylvania. And
nice.
Had it trucked out here.
Is this your first tank?
It's my first tank.
Do you have any others?
No more tanks. I got more military vehicles.
All right. I like that.
Yep.
So how many have you got?
Just two.
Just two, and what else?
I own this and a Duck, which is an amphibian truck.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they have those up in Seattle, or at least they used to. They used to give people tours on them. And what did you have to do to this when you got it?
It was running when I got it. I've had to turret off the engine out to restore the inside of it, because the guy that I bought it from never did the inside, so it was a lot of work doing the inside.
Wow. And do you drive it around very often?
Oh yeah, I have it in lots of parades, and a lot of shows, a lot of things, a lot of different events honoring veterans, and it gets around. Actually, I took it back to Pennsylvania several years ago for the 200th bicentennial for the town where it was made in Berwick, Pennsylvania.
You put it on the back of a semi truck to take it back there? Okay.
Back there, yeah. I had it in a parade, and had a World War II veteran, a Marine Corps veteran that actually, that's what this press thing is about.
Wow.
He's passed away, but he took him. He was the Grand Marshal and rode in the tank in the parade to him.
Wow.
So that was pretty neat.
That must have been pretty special for him, for sure. Yeah. Wow. That is awesome. Does it have the original motor in it?
Yep. It has a 7-cylinder air-cooled radial. Same engine that went to Stearman airplane.
And so that's got to be something to work on.
Yeah.
Do you have to get like manuals or something?
Yeah, I got manuals for it. And I luckily got spare parts. I actually have a whole spare engine. So.
Wow.
Old vehicles, it's good to have spare parts.
Wow, so air cooled. Yep. I did not know that. That is fascinating.
No radiator.
Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.